What if more companies broke ties with the NRA?
For some, the pressure is working. Symantec, MetLife, multiple car rental agencies, all ending their relationship with the NRA.
What if the NRA, old school leadership, cared more about the kids and their safety than the outdated Second Amendment?
As your president, I will never, ever infringe on the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Never, ever.
What if everyone used their voices to speak up about gun reform?
We were going to be the ones who were going out into Congress and telling them, this is our fight now, because you messed it up so badly.
What if this was the last school shooting? My name is Julia Cordover, and I stand with the Never Again movement. Join us on March 24th as we march for our lives to protect the future of America.
Please welcome Julia Cordover to the stage.
What if school shootings were a thing of the past? Yesterday, we talked about how stories are the next step in social impact. And today, I'm going to tell you my story. I am a survivor of the Stoneman Douglas tragedy. School should not be a place that one has to survive. My school was my safe haven, my home away from home. Why should I feel lucky enough to have come home safely on February 14th? On Valentine's Day, when I should have been exchanging words of affection with my friends, I ran for my life, using my purse to shield myself from the bullets of a madman. Hearing those bullets will always replay in my mind and resonate with fear and fright whenever I hear loud noises. My school, located in Parkland, Florida, was deemed one of the safest cities in Florida, was transformed into a battlefield. This, on a day that was once remembered for love, will live on in my community as a day filled with evil and terror. On that day, a 19-year-old former student fired over 150 rounds of ammunition, ending the lives of my beautiful friends, classmates, coaches, and teachers. I remember calling my mom that day, as so many others did. I said, "Mom, if I don't live, remember that I love you." These are words that no child should ever have to utter to their parents. And yet, I am grateful to make it home that day. It's been 4 months, and I still hear the echoes of the pop-pop sounds of gunfire that I heard. I remember the fearful faces of my friends when we found out that there was an active shooter on our campus. I still experience flashes of pain, sorrow, and anger triggered by an insensitive comment. So, how do we stop this senseless gun violence? Well, let's hold ourselves accountable. Let's regulate the estimated 300 million guns available in America. Yes, voting is one of the best ways to regulate and take personal initiative for gun violence. Making sure that our lawmakers are willing to pass common sense gun reform is one of the most effective ways to get those 300 million guns under control. Also, gun owners must take personal initiative. If you own a gun, ask yourself, do I have an extra gun that I don't need? Could it fall into the hands of someone I don't know? Is it in a secure place? Perhaps as a gun owner, you should ask whether you have been taking care of your own mental health. When it comes to gun violence, the mental health argument often falls flat. If we don't acknowledge our own personal vulnerabilities, how are we supposed to account for others? We should seriously ask ourselves whether we really need to own a gun. Many social issues affect why people buy and use guns. I found out that 62% of gun fatalities between 2012 and 2016 were suicides. And we call these people psychos, shaming them. We are creating barriers for people who need help. Let's make it easier for people to access better mental health and make our school safeties a priority. New safety measures must be implemented to ensure that we make it home from school safely. Schools where students should thrive in classrooms, not worry for their lives. For example, bulletproof windows would have been a great solution to not losing some of my classmates, and making sure that teachers are armed with knowledge to protect their students in situations that can end the lives of their students. So what's the right answer? I don't know. I'm no gun control expert. I'm a student that's trying to fix our generation and make it a powerful one, and one better than we came into. It is important to know the correct information and the common sense ways to make a safer America. We need to learn the loopholes, we need to vote, and we need to get out there and share our knowledge with our loved ones. We need to share your knowledge with each other, our families, our communities, our city councils, and we need to teach Congress. We need to help stop this gun violence and promote school safety. We need you to vote for those leaders joining the fight with us. We need to support those businesses and companies supporting our fight. We need you to say something if you see something. We need to create a society that cares more about its children than its red tape. We need to follow through with our elected leaders and government agencies. We need you to help raise awareness and funds where it will help the most. For example, the Gabby Giffords Foundation hosted over 200 of my classmates and I for the March for Our Lives in DC. These organizations, along with the Brady campaign, have been fighting against gun violence for years. For example, yesterday, in California, there was an election. The Brady campaign was able to post all of the elected officials that are fighting our fight with us. So you can go on Twitter and log on as a great way to get informed on the right politicians. Some information that I found completely disturbing. Shooters in recent tragedies, deadly shootings, like Parkland, Las Vegas, Orlando, Sutherland Springs, Aurora, and Sandy Hook, all used the assault weapons and high-capacity magazines to massacre people. Today, I heard that you can buy an AR-15 style weapon in less than 25 minutes. These weapons are military-style weapons. There is no need for any civilian to have this in their hands. I was also informed that since 2 days ago, there has been over 147 mass shootings just in 2018. 147 mass shootings. A mass shooting is defined as 4 or more people being shot. There's been 147 mass shootings. That doesn't go through my head. There is obviously something wrong. We need to take action. We need to write to our representatives. We can donate. We can vote. There are so many ways to get involved, but we need to keep this conversation going. On a happier note, Jimmy Fallon showed up to our graduation. I graduated on Sunday. He told us that it was opposite day. He said, usually I go in and I'm the commencement speaker and I'm telling them that they have so much potential and I'm the one that everyone's looking up to. And he said it was just opposite day. He said he's the one that is looking up to us, and it was great to know that he was inspired by us and everything that we're doing. So some of the things that he was saying was, usually I'm saying you strive to be the generation that's doing this. I see that you guys will do this in the future, but you guys are already doing it. You guys are this generation. You are the present generation. So hearing these words from people that are looking up to us are so meaningful, and this is what keeps it going. So we need your contributions to help fight this fight with us. So we know we'll be the generations you read about in history books. We cannot stand by and idly allow this to ever happen again. We must ensure that the 17 lives at my school are not lost in vain. We have the ability to solve these problems. We just have to find a way. I am proud to lend my voice to this movement. Please join my classmates and me as we take back our schools and demand change. Enough is enough. Not one more life should be lost to gun violence. Thank you.